Namaste, dear friends. I am Loka Guruguntla. I am a transformational coach and a personal growth expert. I am always obsessed with personal growth because with that I learn every day. I want to grow every day. I always spend most of my time in learning all the personal growth tools. And I also spend most of my time in sharing these tools with others. We go to college, we acquire degrees, certificates, but they teach nothing about life, about mind, about health, about money. Nothing they teach in schools and colleges. Our life here is to grow. We carry different levels of consciousness at different times. Each one of us, our consciousness levels are different. Even though we are all same, we are all equal, all the human beings, but what makes the difference is the level of consciousness. According to Vedanta, this consciousness grows with every experience that we have in our life. Every situation, every experience will change our state of consciousness. Knowledge is different at different levels of consciousness. Perception is different at different levels of consciousness. Our thinking is different at different levels of consciousness. Our biology is different at different levels of consciousness. Now today, I will share the concept about states of consciousness. There are different states and stages of consciousness that we go through. It's called evolution of consciousness. Every time we do something, it brings a ripple effect in our consciousness. Every time we read a book, it brings change in our consciousness. We think that why I am having health issue. We think that why I am having issues in my life, problems in my life. It is because you are carrying that state of consciousness which attracted illness into your body, that attracted problems in your life. So you want to change your problems, you want to heal your illnesses, you want to shift your consciousness, you want to change your consciousness. Moving from the current state of consciousness to the next level of consciousness. Einstein said, we cannot solve the problem with the same level of mind that is created. What we do in general when we have a problem, we keep thinking again and again how to solve that problem. But the same mind which has created this problem will not be solved by the same level of the mind. We need to transcend, we need to go beyond so that solutions emerge. The creativity, spontaneity comes through you. We need to make our mind still so that we get creative solutions to our problems. So what is this consciousness? There are different synonyms of consciousness. Consciousness, soul, spirit, awareness, witnessing, all these are synonyms of consciousness. Also, one more thing is presence. Consciousness is there in everyone. Consciousness is there in every animal. It is there in every tree. It is there in every seed. Consciousness is there in this chair that I am sitting now. Without consciousness in it, it would have been collapsed. There is a consciousness within me. That's why I am able to speak. There is a consciousness within you. That's why you are looking at me. You are listening to me. So based on the state of consciousness that we have right now, that level of reality that we experience in our life, we know that we create our own reality. If you want to change the reality that you are experiencing in your life, change your state of consciousness from lower level to higher level. We are all beings of Sat Chit Ananda. Sat Chit Ananda. Sat means truth. That means eternal. Chit means consciousness, the presence. Ananda means bliss. We are embodiment of truth, consciousness and bliss. All the wisdom that we have within. So this consciousness is constantly changing. We are all here to grow in life. Our consciousness is always growing. Whenever we experience some loss, depression, or some failure in life, we think that we are lost, we feel depressed, we feel worried, we feel we are failure. But at the level of the soul, at the level of higher consciousness, there is no failure, there is no suffering, there is no illness, because everything here is to teach something. We are here to learn from every experience. I never experience myself as a failure person. Of course, there are failures, I can agree, I can acknowledge, I can confess, but I don't always worry about, oh, I am a failure, I lost this, I lost that. No. What I do instead, I ask myself, what do I need to learn from this situation? Suppose I have a pain in my neck, I ask myself, what do I want to learn from this? Whether you experience success or failure doesn't matter until unless you learn and grow from that. Then you grow exponentially. Are you growing in life daily? Or are you living the same life every day, routine, mundane things? Every day, every night before we go into bed, we need to ask, what did I learn today? How did I grow today? These two questions I always ask. What did I learn today? It can be anything. It can be learning from books, from masters, from my life experiences. And another question is, what did I grow today? What growth that I took today? In which aspect I grow today? So these two questions will dramatically shift your consciousness levels. You will move from victim to victory. You will move from all your problems to your solutions. With this kind of self questions, the bigger questions that we ask in our life. So as I told, everything is depending on our state of consciousness. Let me share with you, there are different states, the 7 states of consciousness. First state is deep sleep state. In deep sleep, we know what happens. We are totally unconscious. In a deep sleep, we don't know at all what's happening. Nothing exists. You don't exist there. Only thing is, only you become aware when you wake up from the sleep. So first state of consciousness is deep sleep state. Second state of consciousness is dream state of consciousness. And first thing, deep sleep is also very important to experience inner healing, the self-repair mechanisms. Many changes happens in deep sleep state. That state of consciousness is important. If we are not having proper sleep, we don't heal. We can't heal our bodies. Our bodies will not be healthy. When I was working as a software engineer, I used to work in night shifts. I was not having sleep at all. Whole night I was working, and daytime also I used to awake most of the times. Very few hours I used to sleep. I was having all the health issues. So the lesson is, I need to connect to that deep sleep state of consciousness. And the dream state of consciousness, the second one. When we go into sleep, we experience various dreams because our consciousness is projecting outside of ourselves, out of body experiences that we get in this state of consciousness. We think that, okay, I'm getting dreams in the night, and when I get up, all the dreams are gone. That was just a dream. But that is also important state. In the dream state, lot of healing happens, lot of learning happens, and we explore hidden dimensions of our soul in dream state. There are many teachers in the world who teach about dream science, dream language. We need to understand the language of our dreams. We get many dreams. We are fuzzled, we are worried with some dreams, some terrific dreams, the nightmarish dreams. But they are also meaningful. They are giving some clues about your soul, about yourself. Thomas Alva Edison used to get many solutions in his dreams for his problems. Like that, many masters, many scientists, they used to enter into dream state of awareness, and in the dreams they used to get solutions to their problems. Third state of consciousness is waking consciousness or waking state of consciousness. And this is the state of consciousness where we do all our daily activities. We do household works, we go to job, we earn money, we travel, we do a lot of things in this state of consciousness. And many people, almost 90 to 95% of human beings on this earth planet, they reach up to this state only, third state of consciousness. They go to sleep, they get dreams, and they wake up from the dream, wake up from the bed, and they do all the works in life. They don't know anything beyond this state of consciousness. And this is not higher consciousness, this is just normal consciousness. The fourth state of consciousness is transcendental consciousness, or we also can call it as soul consciousness. It is the state of awakening, not just waking up from the dream, from the sleep, but awakening from the dream of thought. When I was studying, when I was student, I used to look at posters or banners or some books by Swami Vivekananda, and in that book or in that flyer, in that banner, I see there is a statement by Swami Vivekananda: arise, awake, and not stop until you reach your goal. I used to think, what is this? He is saying arise, awake. I am already awake. I am not sleeping. I did not understand that time about this, what Swami is telling. But later, when I stepped into this spirituality, meditation path, I understand what is awakening means. We are like sleepwalkers in life. Only 5% of human beings access next levels, higher states of consciousness. The remaining all always living in the dream state, even though they wake up from the bed, but they are dreaming in the mind. They are going in the car or bus, they are thinking, they are dreaming. And they are cooking, but they are thinking, dreaming about past or future. They are walking, but they are dreaming. It's like zombies. Dear friends, Our soul here is not just to sleep and dream, but to awaken to the fullest potentiality. This is where the transcendental consciousness, what is called transcendence. Transcendence means going beyond from one state to other state, from the current state to the next state of mind. Going beyond all the limitations. That's what transcendental consciousness. So, in this state of consciousness, the witnessing within arises. You witness your own self, your thoughts. You witness your own suffering. It's also called witnessing consciousness. People who practice meditation, they get in touch with this part of their consciousness, waking consciousness. In this state, it is actually a phase. After starting our meditation journey, we enter into this waking consciousness. There are called some moments of awakening. It's called Satori moments, according to Zen. Instant awakening. And it happened to me in the year 2011, when I was practicing meditation. All of a sudden, I think and I feel, I observe that I am not this body. Oh, I am not this mind. Okay, there is too much thinking that is running in me. This is not me. Oh God, I see so much suffering in my life. Why this suffering? All these questions came to me because there is a witnessing self which is observing, watching this body, this mind. I had this out of body experience. I get scared initially. Which is the real me? Is this body is me, or the other one who is observing this body is me? This is called Satori. This is called moment of awakening. So, this transcendental consciousness will help you to awaken fully. Gradually, we come out of this compulsive thinking. We come out of all the compulsions, all the compulsive behaviors. We wake up fully. And we go to next state, fifth state of consciousness, that is cosmic consciousness. And before going into cosmic consciousness, let me just introduce you the taste of this fourth state of consciousness. Right now, as you are watching to me, I want you to just close your eyes for a second. Just for a moment, close your eyes and listen to the words that are coming from my mouth. And as you are listening to this voice or listening to the sounds nearby you, who is listening to these sounds? Who is listening from within you? That is your witnessing self. That is your soul consciousness. You may open your eyes now. That's not your mind which says, I want to do this, I want to go there, here. But the words that are entering into your mind, there is something within you which is witnessing, watching, observing. This is witnessing consciousness. Next state of consciousness is cosmic consciousness. In this state of consciousness, you see cosmos, you see universe everywhere. When a person reaches to this state of consciousness, whenever they look at a bird, they don't see the bird, they see the like a miniature universe is flying. When they look at a flower, they don't just see the flower. By looking at that flower, they see the essence behind the appearance of the flower. They see earth in it, water in it, fire in it, air in it, space in it, all the five elements. Because the flower is made up of non-flowery elements, the five elements of nature. That's what cosmic consciousness. You see universe, you see this cosmos in everything. And the next state of consciousness, sixth state of consciousness, is divine consciousness. In this state of consciousness, people who reach to this state of consciousness, the divine consciousness, we see the observer within us is the same observer within the other person. When you encounter any person, you don't see their hairstyle, you don't see their appearance. You see what is beyond the form. You feel whatever the observer that is within me is the same observer which is there in that person, in this person. The observer within me is same in everyone. That is what divine consciousness. You meet a divine being in every person, in every bird, in every tree. You see only divinity in everyone. You don't see faults. Because the other person is you. You are the other person. And next, seventh state of consciousness is unity consciousness. Or this is also called enlightenment. The unity consciousness, you see oneness. Oneness in everyone, in everything. You unite with everyone. You don't see any differences. You don't see difference in any event and situation because you see your own self there. You see your own self in everyone, everything, in every situation, in every object. There is no separation. There is a wholeness. There is a unity. There is a merging of consciousness with a higher consciousness, with universal consciousness. You are one with God. You are one with universe. And you are in this state of consciousness. Your intentions not, your thoughts, your intentions are not yours. The universe lives through you. You live for a bigger cause. You live with a bigger purpose. You don't think about your own personal needs. Universe will take care of your needs. That's what unity consciousness. So people with unity consciousness, they live with a greater cause. They live with a greater mission. Always they carry this seed thought in them. How can I bring change in the world? How can I serve better? How can I bring my best self to bring best self in others? This is what we all need to achieve. All our practices, all our sadhanas, all our learnings will lead us to this unity consciousness. Thank you, dear friends. See you again. Bye-bye.